So we want to talk about, because you know that we're totally into the health and fitness and as health coaches, and we want to show you again the parallels in this to extraordinary health. If you want to have extraordinary health, people who achieve extraordinary health do certain things. They evaluate, they adjust, and they plan. And what we know is people who have a plan are more likely to succeed.
Right, and what we've also talked about in previous modules is that just the act of writing things down increases your chance of achieving that by 42%.
Right.
Just writing it down.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want great health and you don't have a nutrition plan, you're probably not going to achieve extraordinary health. If you want extraordinary health and you have no movement plan, you just hope it happens, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
What we've found is that people who actually have a plan, you know, the New Year's resolution, people make New Year's resolutions all the time to lose weight. They've got this New Year's resolution, but they don't have a plan.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to go to the gym. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah. But it's not a plan.
Oh,
it's not
I need to lose some weight.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose some weight this year.
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to lose 24 pounds
Yep.
by
24 pounds.
March 30th. You know,
And here's
it's
my
like,
plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat 6 times a day. I'm going to check in with my coach. I'm going to live in community. It's a plan.
Right.
And it's very structured and it's very detailed. And here's what we find. People who have that, their success rate skyrockets. People want extraordinary relationships. People hope they have an
Right.
extraordinary marriage. And this year we're going to hopefully get an extraordinary marriage. It's not going to happen. But people who plan for an extraordinary marriage and they go, you know what, here's what we're going to do this year. We're going to work on this and then we're going to work on that and we're going to go to this class and we're going to, you guys already have started it. That's what's so cool. You took a class. But don't let it stop here. Have a plan for an extraordinary marriage. People who have a plan are more likely to succeed. In the health and fitness world, people who have community are also more likely to succeed.
Right. So often we hear of people, and we've experienced this as well. If you have a goal that you're working toward in fitness or in health, but you're doing it all by yourself, you have no accountability, you're very likely not going to complete that.
Right.
You're very likely not going to achieve the goal that you have in your head, especially if you haven't written it down, right?
Right.
So, but what we find is that the more community we have, the more like-minded people, even if it's one person, if you have a coach or a trainer that you're working with in the fitness world, you're much more likely to achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. If you have other people that say you have a goal of walking more this year, so you have a walking partner, you have a neighbor that you walk with every day, or a family member that you walk with, that is going to help you achieve that goal much more.
Right.
You're much more likely than if you're trying to do it by yourself. Yeah. It's much easier to talk yourself out of things when you have no accountability.
Well, and I think there's a lot of people who like, well, if nobody knows, then I can't fail.
Yeah.
I just, because nobody knows. And so I don't feel like a failure when I give up. But if somebody knows, then I'm more accountable. I'm more,
right.
But
you do still feel like a failure when you give up because you've given up on yourself.
Right, right. We've also discovered that in the health world, those who have a coach are more likely to succeed. So community and coach kind of go together. It's people in our life journeying with us.
Right.
In the relationship, so the parallel to that, just like those who have a relationship plan, those who are journeying in community, in a healthy relational community, that they've got people in their life who are champions for their marriage instead of people in their life who are, like you said earlier, if you're sitting at the bar talking about how horrible your marriage is with Joe, and Joe's been 3 times divorced and has a sucky marriage, that community is not going to be healthy.
Right.
But people who have a healthy community relationally, that are around couples who are thriving and couples who are growing and couples who are learning, that helps them succeed. The same is true with coaching. People, sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes it's like, man, I want to grow my relationship, but I don't know what to do. And how do I respond when? And I need some help, and we need somebody to help us.
Yeah.
And so guidance and coaching is very helpful to extraordinary health and extraordinary relationship.
People who address habits are more likely to succeed long term. So if my goal is to lose weight and I have a goal weight in mind, and everything I do is about that weight, that goal weight that I'm trying to reach, I might reach that goal weight, but the chances of me sustaining that for long term are very, very small. That's what we call the diet cycle, and yo-yo dieting. Maybe some of you have experienced that, as I did in the past. But once I started addressing habits and changing my daily habits, changed my lifestyle, changed my thinking and my mindset, those are all habits. As those begin to change, that's when, bless you, that's when the long-term success comes into play.
Right. So when we're habit oriented and that becomes the focus, we can sustain things because we're creating the habit. Just like in your health, we have relational habits.
Yeah.
We have things we do that we don't even realize we're doing. They're habits. The way we talk to each other, the way we react in conflict, the way we enter the house, the way we on our phone, they're relational habits.
The way we interrupt each other.
The way we interrupt each other. We have things that we do, both positive and negative. And if we can start focusing on not just having a goal of an extraordinary marriage, but what habits are going to help us have that goal. And when we have those habits that help us reach that goal, if we were all about goal focus versus habit focus, we'll go like this in our relational growth. But if we can start focusing on our relational habits, we'll start growing our relationship way beyond. And extraordinary is really about the journey. There's not this magical definition of extraordinary that says, I now have arrived at extraordinary.
Right. Or this destination that that we're all going for.
It's a journey of extraordinary. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The last kind of parallel between health and fitness and people who succeed in their health goals and people who succeed in their relationship goals are those who teach others are more likely to succeed.
Right. So we've found that to be true. It just in creating this course and teaching this course, it helps us stay on track. It helps us readdress issues that we might still be struggling with, or things that happen that, maybe we should evaluate and adjust that a little bit,
Yeah, we might be coaching somebody and we're giving them some coaching, and in the back of our mind we're thinking, maybe you should practice what you're preaching.
Yeah, it's like, I just did that yesterday.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool part about this. People who teach what they're learning in that process are more likely to continue and sustain their process. So in the health world, when it's somebody is getting fit and healthy and doing that, and then they become a coach and they're working with others, they are more accountable to their own journey.
Yeah.
And their success goes up. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a successful marriage. We're not looking for I'm married. We're looking for a successful marriage.
Yeah.
We want to be successful. And so these are some principles. These are some parallels to the health industry that are also true. And again, all of these principles in this entire course, every module we've said, these principles are life principles. In life, we need to evaluate, adjust, and plan. And one of these principles is to pass it on to others. So in your relationship, man, as you're working on your relationship, who are you mentoring? Who are you encouraging? Who are you bringing alongside? What's your community look like? And who can you come alongside? And when somebody's struggling, you can be there to say, hey, here's some things I'm learning in my relationship that's helping us grow, because you have a growth mindset.
Exactly.
And in that, you're helping somebody else grow. And as you help them grow, you're growing. And that's the power. That's the power of that.
Right.